channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Emily and this is my YouTube channel. And it seems like it has been forever since I have filmed a video, so it's kind of weird filming another one. But I have just had nothing to film lately. It's been kind of boring around here, but I love back to school season, so I have been waiting since I started this YouTube channel to film this video, and it is finally time to film this video. Although it's kind of weird to film this video because I feel like it's so different than normal because I don't have as much stuff this year, and that is mainly because my school is doing this thing where all of our A and B days, normally they would alternate, but this year the first semester is all A days and then second semester is all B days, and I have homeschool 2 days a week and public school 2 days a week, and then Monday is an intervention day. So things are very different this year. But I still decided to film this video because I personally love watching these videos, so I wanted to make one myself. The first thing I have is not really in my backpack, but I'm going to be using it for homeschool, and that is this weekly board. And basically what this is for is to just write down assignments, like more major assignments that I have due weekly, and I'm a very forgetful person, so this is going to come in handy. And I also got some dry erase markers to go with it. And I got colorful ones because I wanted it to be something that I don't forget to look at, so I actually make sure I turn everything in. So that's the first thing. Now let's get on to my actual backpack. And even though everything's really minimal this year, this bag never fails to weigh like 20 pounds. So the first thing, I'm going to go in this first pocket. The first thing I have is a book cover, and I actually used this last year, but it didn't end up getting destroyed like I thought it would, and I just love this book cover, so I decided to reuse it this year because our teachers like us to have book covers on our books because they get really mad when we mess up our books. And we'll put that over here. The next thing is my personal notebook, and I basically just use this to not take notes, but to write down lists so I don't forget to do things. So if I have an overwhelming amount of things to do, I just make a to-do list and just check it off throughout the day. And then in here I also have some sticky tabs just to mark things. And that's pretty much it for this journal. I love this thing though, it keeps me more organized. The next thing in this pocket is loose leaf paper. And I have found that the teachers at my school love it when we have loose leaf paper. And instead of going out and buying loose leaf paper this year, I just took whatever was left over in my notebooks for paper and ripped them out, and now that is my loose leaf paper. I can't get it out. The next thing is this folder, and this just has stuff that I'm going to keep through my high school years. So I have my honors diploma, paper thing of things that I need to get done throughout the years in order to be eligible for honors diploma. And then I also have my PSAT scores, which is like pre-SAT scores, and I will use those for when I take my actual SAT to know what I need to study. And then I also have some login information and that sort of thing. So this is just kind of stuff that I'll use throughout high school. The next folder is similar to that one, and I'll actually probably put whatever's in that folder in here, but it is just a black folder, and I have it labeled, so keep to do, and take home, and turn in. And this isn't required at our school, but I like to have it because I feel like it keeps me more organized, and it also just makes it easier because a lot of times the office will give us papers that we have to have signed legally, papers that they keep on file, like medical information and that sort of thing. And I don't have a binder for that stuff, so I just put it in here. And that is it for that pocket. So I'll put this up here for a second. The next pocket is very full, and it's all my binders. So this year for binders, normally I would get 7 binders because I have 7 classes, but this year, since I have a set of classes one semester and then it switches the next semester, I decided to just reuse my binders, so I only have 4 this year. And the first binder is my Spanish binder, if I can get it out. And this is the biggest binder out of them all because she gives out a lot of worksheets, and I just found it's easier to keep them all and put them in a big binder to help study and just keep track. And then I also got a notebook for that class because I'm going to try to be better about taking notes in her class and not having so many loose papers and just keeping them all in here. So that is for Spanish. Put that down here. I'll also put this down here. The next binder is for accounting. I even labeled it. And I didn't really know what to get for this class because I have never had this class before, and every teacher is different about what they want, but usually in our school they all require a single binder and usually want paper of some sort. So I just got a binder and a notebook, and if that teacher wants anything else, I'll go get it, but for now I'm just using those two. The next one is a shared binder. Well, they're all shared binders, but this one especially is for health and wellness and PE. In PE we don't really take notes, but we do have tests sometimes that we have to take notes on and keep papers for, so that's mainly what the binder's for. The notebook is more for health and wellness, and that's because we take a lot of notes in that class, and we usually have like a daily like Zen 10 question. So I have a notebook for that. And some of these classes I will have to get dividers for. I didn't get dividers yet because I'm going to wait and see which classes ask for that. I'm pretty sure ELA is going to ask for it. They usually do. I'm almost positive Honors Bio will, but I'm not really sure what other classes, so I decided to wait. Because I feel like, unlike binders and stuff, I feel like dividers don't sell out as easily because they're not as common for like the little kids. So, but other than that, I usually try to get my stuff before they actually give us a list, because since we are such a small town, everything gets sold up pretty quickly. But the next binder is for ELA, and I love this notebook. All of these binders and notebooks are from Target, but I especially love this one. I don't know why, I just like the colors. And I have a feeling this will be used up by the end of the year, because last year that was the one notebook that was almost full. And I guarantee that if school wouldn't have gotten cut short, it probably would have been like filled up completely. And then in this binder, I actually went ahead and put some of my old ELA worksheet, not worksheets, but just like note sheet things that they give us, because my other ELA teacher told me to keep these because usually the ELA teachers repeat a lot of these things. So I went ahead and labeled them and just kept them in case we reuse them this year. And I think that is it for the binders. Yes. So the next thing that I have, somebody gave this to me as a gift, and I actually like it a lot. It's come in handy. It's just like a little geometry set. Even though I already finished geometry, I'm still going to keep it because it has a lot of straight edges in it, which is helpful in math because they always have us drawing straight lines and stuff. So, love this thing. The next thing is wire earbuds, because we have the old-timey computers at our school, and a lot of times we use them as a class, and if I ever forget my laptop, then my AirPods will not work for the older computers, so I have to have wire ones. The next thing is a calculator. Our school does have calculators for us to use, but I've just found it easier to have my own, because a lot of times when we're taking a test, it's just a pain to have to get up in front of like the whole class and get a calculator. So it's kind of disruptive, and it's just like, I just like having my own. That way, especially when I study in the library, I don't have to run all the way back to my math class, because my math class is pretty far from the library. So I just have my own. I actually stole that from our junk drawer, so it's technically my mom's calculator, but. The next thing is flashcards or note cards, whatever you want to call them. These are mainly for Spanish. I would write down like Spanish phrases on them and practice. And then I also used it, we did a unit in ELA called Poetry Out Loud. So I would write down sentences from the poem on each card to help me memorize it, because we had to memorize it. And I'm hoping, I didn't really use those last year, so I'm hoping to use them more this year. And that is it for that pocket. What's this? Oh, it's a sticky. Okay, the next pocket is the second smallest one. And the first thing in here is my pencil case, and I love this pencil case. So the pencil case is very has little slots and all. And I love these markers. They're I always forget their name. Papermate Flare markers, the medium ones. And I love these for note taking, and I usually write in these too because I like writing in color. Helps me remember my notes. And then I also have highlighters, multicolored pencils, pens, and I probably will put some pencils in here once it gets closer to school. The next thing in that pocket is my llama bag, and one of the things I hate is when I need a Band-Aid and I have to run all the way down to the office or disrupt class and be like, can I have a Band-Aid? So I just put some in here. So in here I have Band-Aids and those little floss things. And then I have a mini lotion because I hate it when I have dry hands. I have quite a bit of hand sanitizer in here. I feel like that's kind of a necessity this year. And I like these because they smell good. Sometimes the ones that there's this one that smells so weird, and I just like these ones a lot. The next thing is some EOS lip balm. This, I just don't like having chapped lips, so I always keep this with me. Especially where we live, it gets cold really fast, and the air's dry, and it messes with your lips. Next thing is, this is my favorite lip gloss. I don't really use this that much at school, but if it's picture day or I have to look really good that day, then I'll just use this. This is a necessity. I have a Tide to Go stick because I am a mess 24/7. I always have stuff all over me. I always drop food on me. I always get markers on. I always manage to get a stain. So I love this thing. Just makes it so the stain comes out of my clothes. The next thing is this little roller from Victoria's Secret. I love the way this stuff smells. I can get it open. Why is it stuck? I got it. I love the way this stuff smells. I always like to smell good, so I love this stuff. This is probably one of my favorite scents I've ever had. The next thing, this is called Winky Lux, and it's I don't know if you guys can see. If you look closely, there's a flower in it. I don't know if you guys can see. But it's basically a clear lip balm, but it's supposed to bring out the pigment in your lips, and it does. So if your lips are really dull that day, I don't know. I usually put this on with a little bit of lip gloss when I'm trying to look nice. The next thing I have is another EOS lip balm, except this is in the chapstick form. It smells really good. And I usually actually put this with my keychain and all, but I, for some reason, stuck it in here. And the last thing in here is some mascara. It's my favorite mascara, but it's I got a mini tube of it for Christmas, so I've always just kept it in here. And I think that's it for this bag. And of course, the last thing is my backpack. This backpack is from Vera Bradley, and I love it so much. Yes, I know I'm basic, but the only thing wrong with it is the little logo ripped off, but I'll have to fix that. But I absolutely love this backpack so much. I used this last year, and I decided to reuse it again this year. I will probably get a different one next year. I want one that's a little not so brightly colored, because I just feel like this is really bright. But I love this backpack so much, and I like how it's small, but it holds everything. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Anyway, that is all for this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you get notified every time I post a new video. Thank you for watching. Bye!